Today I'm quitting my $200,000 a year job because it doesn't pay enough. Obviously $200,000 a year is pretty good pay for a job, especially an entry-level job fresh out of university. But there's no realistic job that pays enough for it to make sense for me to live this kind of life. It's a life of no freedom, where I'm forced to play this weird little game where everyone's a slave and pretends they're not, or they don't realize they are because they don't think about it. I want to live the best life that I possibly can live. I don't just want to exist as another bot in the game. I'm done playing the game, and today's the day that I really am done playing it for good. It's now been 1 year since I graduated from university in electrical engineering with a specialization in nanophysics, and with straight A's. I made a video back then about why I didn't attend my graduation, but I don't know if I'll post it anywhere yet. I don't even know if I'll post this video anywhere, honestly. It's more so something I think I'll enjoy to look back on one day. Anyway, like I mentioned in the other video, near the end of my degree, I realized I want so much more in life than to spend it working for someone and doing whatever I'm told. And I realized I can do more, and it's up to me to take control and do that as soon as possible. I used to always make the common excuse that I'll work for a few years and then I'll start something once I have some experience and some savings. But the truth is that even if I did that, the best case scenario for me is that I end up sacrificing all or most of my 20s before I get where I want to be. I'm only going to be in my 20s one time ever, and I want to live life to its fullest in my 20s, not after my 20s or 30s or 40s. I want to live the best possible life while I'm young, and also after that for the rest of my life. There was one thing more important than that, which also made me reevaluate the path of my life, and it's that even though I might be young, my mom isn't. She deserves the world. She deserves to live life to its fullest as soon as possible. So sure, I might be young, and I might still be young for another 5, 10, or 15 years, but my mom won't be. She already isn't. And that means that this dream life that I've been putting off for later has to happen right away, because she deserves it much more than I do, and she doesn't have the same amount of time that I do. So when I really thought about this stuff in my last year of university, I was about to drop out and go all in and trying to start some kind of business, but it just didn't feel right, because there would be a period of time where I wouldn't be making much money, and I wouldn't be able to support my mom, and she would have to keep working. I fully believed that I had gotten myself to a point where I could work really hard and inevitably succeed, but there was a risk that it could take a few months or even possibly more, and I couldn't let my mom keep working for that long. On top of all that, I took out a little over $100,000 in student loan debt to put myself through university, and that loan would have started to charge interest after a year, and I wanted to make sure to avoid paying any interest on it. So for those two reasons, I decided to get a job and work for a little while until my debt was paid off and I saved up enough money to support my mom for a little while as I get started on making some real money. As soon as I graduated, I had a lot of job offers, and I just took the one with the highest pay. I planned to work evenings and weekends to make more money, and I did, but I kept wasting time on small things like buying and selling cars. I think it's because I got complacent, and this is the first time ever in my life that I'm making decent money. So now that my student loan debts are fully paid off and I don't have to worry about interest, and I've saved enough that I can give to my mom to support her for a little while, I've decided to take everything away and start from zero. I think this is going to put me in the best headspace to need to succeed. I'm going to give my mom all of the money that I have to my name and get rid of literally all of my things except for my phone, because I think that's all I'll need to get rich. Obviously it's not necessary to go this extreme, but I think it'll be a good experience, and it'll definitely be interesting to document and rewatch later in the future. And also I really did grow up dirt poor, as close to homeless as children can get with government aid where I live. So I come from absolutely nothing, which is why it's fitting to start this journey from absolutely nothing as well. I've worked a lot on myself to become a person who succeeds, and that's what I am now. So I know I will get rich because of how bad I want it and how hard I'm willing to work for it. I'm going to try not to save money because I've lived with a scarce mindset most of my life, and that's not the right mindset for me. I'm just going to constantly focus on making more money only. I think that 1 year from now I'll be rich. I'm not certain, but I'm pretty much certain, because a year is an extremely long time if you actually use all of the time instead of just existing while letting the time pass by. I don't know, I guess we'll just have to see. So today is the day that I quit. Today is the last day that I'm playing this weird game. So next I'm going to take a few days to get rid of all my stuff and spend some time with my family. And then after that I'm going to move to a different city where I don't know anyone. And then I'll officially be homeless. There's absolutely no going back for me. I'm not quitting until I'm rich, no matter what happens. You get to join me in my journey going from homeless to rich.
Remember this day. No money, man.
I think it'll be cool to look back on one day when I'm rich. Yeah, this is my first official night of being homeless and sleeping outside. So hopefully tomorrow's a better day than today. And today there was still plenty of reasons to smile.
25 big ones, baby. I feel like the richest man alive right now. You don't understand. This is amazing. There's always so much to be grateful for. So I'm back at that bench I discovered earlier. This is where I'll be sleeping tonight.
And don't forget, there's always a reason to smile.